I welcome you all to the Anand Sagar College of Engineering and Department of Management Studies online finance lecture series on the subject financial derivatives. We are in the module 3 on options contracts. The objectives of this today's session is to introduce you to the concept of intrinsic value and time. So consider the next problem. Wherein consider the following data about August 2019 Nifty options, wherein the opening values of the day are taken. Now remember, in the previous problem we looked at two options. Now here for call option, you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 options which are there, call options, and similarly for in terms of put options also, there are 7 put options which has been given. Now they have said that on the August Nifty opened at 9980 on 14th August 2019. So this is going to be our spot price. We need to consider this spot price with the exercises prices which has been given here. So classify each of the above option and find the intrinsic value and type of the time value of the options. Now remember that here NA here refers to not applicable. Now consider the first scenario. In the first scenario, we will consider only in terms of the call options here. If I consider the call option, you will be able to notice if the spot price is greater than the exercise price, it is always referred to as in the money. And since it is in the money, the intrinsic value which will be there is nothing but spot price minus the exercise price. So 9980 minus 9900 is nothing but intrinsic value is 80. And remember, since the premium has not been available for this, we will not be able to calculate the time value of money for the first two options, call options, which has been given. So when we come to the third option, you will be able to notice the spot price is still greater than the exercise price, which is there, and of 9940. So the premium paid on this call option is 45. Since the spot price is greater than exercise price, it is in the money, and the intrinsic value which is there is nothing but spot price over your exercise price is 9980 minus 9940. It is 40 rupees, and the time value of money will be nothing but excess of premium. So 45 excess of premium over the intrinsic value, if it is in the money call option, is nothing but 45 minus 40 is nothing but 5. Similarly, in case of the fourth scenario also, the premium paid is 23. Since it is in the money option, spot price minus exercise price, you will get 20. So the time value of money will be nothing but the excess of premium over the intrinsic value, which is found to be 3. And when we come to the next scenario, wherein the spot price is exactly equivalent to exercise price, notice that this will be at the money option. If it is at the money option, the intrinsic value will be always equivalent to 0. That means the time value will be nothing but the excess of premium over the intrinsic value. Since it is 0, 18.5 minus 0 is 18.5. Similarly, rest other options are calculated in the same way. I'll try to show the same thing using Microsoft Excel right now. Now, if we come to Excel, notice that this is the problem which has been given. These are the various exercises prices which has been given for each option, and we are considering first only the call option here. So I have taken here the various exercises prices, which is here 9900, 9920, everything else. The spot prices expected on maturity is found to be 9980, so which remains constant for all the values. So if I go for 9980 and if I use control shift or control enter, I'll be able to obtain all the values here. So once I have got 9980, remember I need to find out in terms of the premium. The premium values are all here. Instead of me copying these values one at a time, I can go for a function called as transpose. So if I go for transpose, select all these values, and then if I go for Control Shift Enter, remember it is an array, so we'll go for Control Shift Enter. So all these values which are there has been copied exactly. And then when we come to the category, here in the category we have to find out whether it is in the money, at the money, or out of the money. So when it comes to the call options, remember the first question is if the spot price is greater than the exercise price. This is nothing but it is the in the money option. Then next one, if the spot price is found to be exactly equivalent to the exercise price, then we say that this is at the money option. And then if it is found to be, if the spot price is found to be neither one of it, that means spot price is lesser than the exercise price, then this will be nothing but out of the money options. And then if I look at it, you will be able to notice the spot price, since it is greater than the exercise price, it is in the money. Second one, spot price is still greater, it is in the money. Third scenario is also spot price is greater than the exercise price. When it comes to the fourth one, also in the money. When it comes to the fifth one, the spot price is exactly equivalent to the exercise price, and that's why it is at the money. After this, you will be able to notice the spot price is lesser than the exercise price, and that's why this is an out of the money options. Now once you have it, the intrinsic value is nothing but if the category is found to be in the money, then spot price minus the exercise price is nothing but the intrinsic value. So if I go for equals to if condition, if I find that this value that I have got is in the money, then the value, if it is true, it is nothing but spot price minus the exercise price is nothing but intrinsic value. If it is not the case, then it will be 0. So I'm saying if I find in this category only in the money, then calculate spot price minus exercise price. If it is found to be anything apart from in the money, then it has to be the intrinsic value will be exactly equivalent to 0. So if I go for the first one, this is nothing but 9980 minus 9920, intrinsic value is 60. Then the third is 40, then the fifth is 20. Remember, only if the category is in the money, we will be able to find the intrinsic value. But when you come to the next scenario, wherein since the category is at the money, intrinsic value cannot be found for the at the money options, and for that reason, the intrinsic value will be 0 across for at the money as well as out of the money options. Now, once we have calculated this, now remember, what is time value? Time value is nothing but the excess of premium over the intrinsic value. For the first two scenarios, since the premium is not available, we cannot find the first two. For the first two options, we cannot find the time value. When it comes to the third option, so remember, if the category is found to be in the money only, then the excess of the premium, that is premium minus excess of premium over the intrinsic value, which is 40, is going to be the time value of money, or otherwise it is going to be exactly equivalent to the premium which is there, which is 45. So if I consider this, you will be able to notice in the first scenario, the excess of, since it is in the money, the excess of premium 45 over 40. So 45 minus 40 is nothing but 5. When it comes to the second option, since it is also in the money, the excess of the premium over the intrinsic value 23 minus 20, it is nothing but 3. When it comes to the third scenario, remember the category is at the money. So that means the intrinsic value is already 0. So excess of premium over intrinsic value, which is 18.5 minus 0, is 18.5 only. And similarly, if I go for the next one, 16.2 minus 0 is 16.2, and the third one is 12.6. So if you want to calculate the intrinsic value as well as the time value in this scenario, we will be calculating the same thing in this way. So if we go back to the solutions, you will be able to notice we got the intrinsic value or the time value depending upon whether a category is found to be in the money or at the money or out of the money.